Hello, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Happy Veterans Day to you. It is November 10th, 2023, and we are here tonight for our Fun Friday Live. Let me make sure that this is looking right. A little crooked, if I do say so myself. All right, everyone. Well, tonight we're going to play with the Magical Meadow stamp set. And I am in love with this paper. Now, this still does not look right, so let me fix it. Sorry if I'm giving you a little bit of dizziness there. Hi, Lori. How are you? Happy Friday night to you too, friend. So tonight I'm going to make a fun fold with you guys. It's very easy and it uses up our designer series paper. It really highlights the paper. And the paper that goes with this suite has dies. I'm actually not using the dies tonight, but it is called Winter Meadow designer series paper. And it is gorgeous. Let's move these out of the way. I'm going to show you the paper. You know me, I love our designer series paper, probably just as much as I love our stamps. So look at this gorgeous piece of paper. All right, I made my card that I'm making tonight, I made with this paper. I'm going to use another piece of paper for the second card that I'm going to make with the same layout, just different paper to show you. Now look at this one. Okay, it's got this print on both sides, the top and the bottom. And so what we often do is we split this in half, and then you can get 6 card fronts with this paper. And it looks like it's been watercolored. It is gorgeous. Now that's what I used to make this card. Isn't that beautiful? It's just so pretty. So pretty. Now I haven't even showed you the backs of the paper. I forgot about that. So we've just got some gray on the back, and then we've got some blue. All right, so one side of the paper is like a solid color, and it looks like it's a treatment with the ink. And then we've got my favorite side is the printed side. Okay, now look at this. We've got cranberries on this side. And then, oh, I like this one too, you guys. Look at that. Beautiful trees. And then the paper I'm using for tonight's card. Look at that. Isn't that gorgeous? And then trees. I'll show you the back sides in just a minute. Now the colors that are in this, we've got Blueberry Bushel, Garden Green, Lost Lagoon, Misty Moonlight, Moody Mauve, Pebbled Path, Pretty Peacock, Shaded Spruce, and Smoky Slate. So it's all like blues and greens. It's just simply gorgeous. And then here's the other side. All right. Okay, so let's move that aside. It is beautiful. You know, it's really hard for me to say what is the most beautiful paper in the catalog. I'll say one is, and then I start to play with another pack, and then I'm sold on that pack. So I just love the paper. All right, now I'm going to show you dimensions because I want to show you how this card works. Okay, so we've got, let me hold it up. Okay. So that's the front of our card, and then it opens like this, okay, and then it opens like this. It's a really, really easy card. It's a really, super fun fold. This was my first attempt with it. If I did it, well, I'm doing it again with you tonight with different paper, but as I'm just standing here, I'm thinking about how I would change it just a little bit, maybe putting more designer series paper on the inside. But let's get started just so you can find out how to make this really easy, fun fold. All right, so I'm starting with a piece of Misty Moonlight. And, oh my goodness, I see I have ink all over my hand. 4 1/4 by 11. So you basically are just taking one sheet of paper, regular piece of cardstock, okay, and you're going to cut it at 4 1/4. And then on the 11-inch side, you're going to score it at 2 3/4 and 8 1/4. So that's what gives you this gatefold. All right. So I'm going to let you write these measurements down, or after the video is done, you can write them down again or take a screenshot, whatever you want to do. Okay, so I'm going to take that out because we don't want Post-its in our card. All right, you're going to need a piece of basic white, and it's 5 by 3 3/4. Okay, and that's what we're going to use on the outside. Then you're going to use Designer Series paper, and I just stuck with the same piece of Designer Series paper. You need 4 3/4 by 3 1/2. Okay, so that's this page, and those are going to get layered on top of each other, the front of our card. Then we need another piece of basic white, and this is what goes on the inside. It's 4 1/2 by 3 1/4. Okay. All right. And then that strip that's on the inside, 1 3/4 by 5. 1 3/4 by 5. Oops. Okay. And then we're going to need two pieces at 2 1/2 by 4. 2 1/2 by 4. All right. And then whatever piece you want to put your sentiment on, you can use whatever die that you have. We've got several different dies that will work well with this. I'm just using a stitched circle, so you can use whatever you've got. I am pulling some of our, this is called the iridescent adhesive backed discs, and I'm using this pretty blue that's in here. That's what we're going to use on our card. You could use rhinestones, you could use pearls, whatever you've got in your stash. And then I'm using the what does it say? What is it? The iridescent white ribbon is what this is called. And this is in our holiday catalog. Okay. I have another one that I like that's more of an online exclusive that I love. It's the, I'm looking at it right here. Hold on, I'll pull it for you. I'm waiting for ribbons to come back in stock because I want to stock up on some of these ribbons. So I use this one a lot. You guys have seen me use this one. It's the glittered organdy ribbon. So this would be really pretty on this card too. You can pull whatever you've got that will coordinate with your card, okay, with your paper, I should say. All right, and there's no stamping involved except for your sentiment. All right, so we're going to stamp our sentiment and just get that done. And I just thought I would pull this one. The colder weather brings us together. All right, so I haven't even used these stamps yet. Look at that. You guys are helping me get this stamp set used, and I want to just make sure, yep, it'll fit. I always kind of just test to make sure that it's going to work. Let's put our sticker on. I'm just peeling off the backing. Kind of curious, what is your favorite type of stamp? Do you guys like the red rubber, or do you like the photopolymer? Which one is your favorite? For me, it's more about the design. You know, if I like the design, I feel like red rubber lasts longer. Photopolymer sometimes will, excuse me, will lose its stick because of our hand oils, you know, and dirt. So you just have to, sometimes you have to take that stamp and wash it with some soapy water, and that will help make it stick again. Let's do it this way so we've got the writing straight. There we go. I think I prefer the red rubber. I feel like they last longer, but I like photopolymer too. Okie dokie. Let's put this card together. I'm going to ink up my sentiment in just tuxedo black. All right. And sometimes with these ink pads, I like to just flip it and make sure that I'm getting everything inked up well. Cynthia says she likes the photopolymer the best. Is that because it's clear and see-through? All right, there we go. All right, and I always close my ink pads every time I use them, just because I don't want something to fall into my ink pad, and with my luck, it will. So I am pulling my bone folder here, and I want to give this a nice burnish on our folds, our score lines, and that will help my card to lay flat. So this is what I would call a gatefold card. All right. Now, we're going to put our pieces together. How are you guys doing with the time change? Oh, you know, it's getting darker sooner, and it's just interesting. My body always thinks that it's time to go to bed when it gets dark. But I'm like looking at the screen. Did I cut this right? Because this is a little bit... I don't know if I cut this right. Let me look. I mean, we can make it work, but it looks like it's a little small. I'm just looking at my notes here. 2.5 by 4. Let's make sure I did this right. Yeah, 2.5 by 4. All right. Well, that's the dimension that I did, but I feel like I probably would do it, if I was going to cut this again, I would want it a little bit more. But we'll do it like I did it. I got this card idea from actually another demonstrator by Rhonda Wade. And so I'm using her dimensions. Sometimes I come up with my own designs, and sometimes I borrow designs. But that's something that we encourage people to do. We want to case things, right? We want to copy and share everything. That's what CASE stands for. Now, you know what? This was my tip last time. I did it this way so that I could eyeball and make sure that I had my designer series paper in line with the other one. Let's see if that, oh, now see that one just moved. This would probably be better to do it this way. There we go. All right, so we want it to be at the same point, right up there on the top. Hi, Stacy, how are you? So, I am not going to the Veterans Day Parade, Cynthia, because tomorrow I am hosting a demonstrator event at my house. Excuse me, I had to take a sip of iced tea. So if you are a demonstrator, you get to go to exclusive events, and it is our convention time so that we get to see upcoming new products in the spring mini catalog. It's called On Stage. And so I invited my team to come over, and we're going to do a watch party. So we're going to have have lunch. We're having breakfast goodies because it starts really early. It's 9 o'clock Mountain Time, so that makes it 8 o'clock Pacific Time. So everyone's coming over my house at a little bit before 8 o'clock. So we're going to have some breakfast goodies out and a good, strong pot of coffee or tea or cocoa, whatever you prefer. And we are going to watch some presentations and demonstrations and get to see new product. I'm super excited to see the new catalog. And then we are going to do some make and takes. So I have prepared a few make and takes. I actually have to finish one more tonight before I go to bed. How many demonstrators do I have on my team right now? I have 16. I have 16 demonstrators, and I actually, not to brag, but I made the top 100 list in the nation, which is amazing because I've been a demonstrator for 6 years. 6 years or 7? 6. I'm thinking, okay, am I celebrating my... No, sorry. It will be 6 years this spring. I got to do the math. I can't tell. I got a headache right now, ladies, so sorry if I seem kind of kooky tonight. So I have, never in my wildest dreams thought I would make the top 100 list. I was super close to making the incentive trip, actually, because of my team building efforts. When you gain team members, you get a lot of points. And so I almost made the incentive trip. I was a couple thousand points away. We have to make 40,000 points, and I was the closest I've ever been. So that was really, really exciting. So anywho, I've got 16 team members right now, and I am looking to get more. We do team meetings once a month. We try and do it in person, but sometimes that doesn't always work, and so we do a virtual team meeting when it doesn't work, and we celebrate achievements, and I do prizes. I'm actually planning our Christmas party, which is going to be a blast. So yeah, we have a lot of fun. I have learned how to be a better team leader. So if you're thinking about it, look at when the next promotion's going to be, which is probably Celebration, which will be the next Join Special. And I would love to add anyone to my team that would like to. Now, the lucky thing with this paper is it is not directional. It's foliage, and so there's really no up or down. So that is... makes it easy. You have to just pay attention to your paper. You don't want upside down objects, right? Now, if you notice, I only put adhesive. I turned it over and I put adhesive over here because we want this to open and not be sticky. All right, so just pay attention to where you're putting your adhesive. Thanks, Cynthia. Thank you, Lori. I really appreciate that. I was shocked. Never thought I would be on the list. I was number 74 for team building. And there's I'd have to look up how many demonstrators are in North America. It's I don't know, thousands. So that's crazy. Yeah, crazy. And I was just looking, and then I had to take a double take and look at the list again. I was like, really? Really? And I told my husband, I said, oh my gosh, you're not going to believe this. And he's like, what? And I said, I'm on the top 100 list. And he's like, what? So it was pretty crazy. All right, I am going to stamp something on the inside, and let's put a cute little leaf or something in here. Thank you so much, you guys. Thank you. All right, so I'm looking at this. I think let's put May the Season of Sparkle Bring Joy and Delight. That would be cute on the inside. And then I'm looking at our paper. You know, we've got leaves and some berries. Any of these except this one would work. I might put this one on there. It's a smaller piece of paper, so I don't want it to take up too much space. We could do this one or we could do this one. I might not do that one. I could put that on the envelope if I were decorating my envelope. So let's pick, oh, that's pretty big. It's pretty big. I'm going to do this one, and maybe, because it's thin. And where are my stickers? Yeah, so crazy, right? Crazy. Who would have thought? You know, I do this on the side, but I love it. And actually, being a team leader has been so much fun. Most of my team are what I call happy discount shoppers. So they are shopping for themselves and getting their supplies at a discount. And I've got a couple people who are thinking about doing classes and getting themselves started for that. And so that's exciting too. I just had one of my downlines. She recruited, her downline just made silver. So that's exciting. All right, I'm looking for a color. I don't think we want blue leaves, so let's find a green that will match. Hopefully I've got something here that will work because a lot of my stuff is downstairs. That's shaded spruce. And I'm looking at my greens here. It's, well, shaded spruce, I guess. But that's a dark green. So let me see if I have something a little lighter. I don't know if it's my sinuses. I'm not sure. Have yours been acting up a little bit? It could be my sinuses. I think I have really small sinuses. And I think it's going to have to be shaded spruce because I think my other ink pads are downstairs. So I did take some Sudafed this morning, but sometimes I think it wears off. Now, shaded spruce is a really dark color, so I'm actually going to stamp off. And then we'll put this here on the side. And I like it that faded color because, like I said, it's a pretty dark green, and I don't want it that dark. All right. Did I grab my sentiment? I did not. So let's grab our sentiment. And I think some Wink of Stella would be really pretty on our leaves. Give it a little bit of winter sparkle since our sentiment talks about sparkle. And we've got sparkle in our ribbon. And who doesn't love sparkle? If they don't like sparkle, there's something wrong, right? I love sparkle. Yeah, too much sparkle isn't always a good thing. But a little bit of sparkle makes such a difference. I really like the font on these stamps too. All right. So my November class is the 18th, and it is almost full. I actually am adding spaces than I normally do. I don't like that block. Let me grab a different block. I think we're going to have to go with a ginormous block because, like I said, everything's being used. So November 18th class is pretty full. I think I can take 14 people per session, and I think I'm at 13 people at 1 p.m. and I think I have maybe 9 or 10 at 9 a.m. So it's going to be a full day in November. We are making Christmas cards. We're making just a variety of Christmas cards. Yep, Cynthia, I have you down. It's going to be fun. There's going to be a couple fun folds. There's going to be a couple easy ones. There's going to be a couple that have more stamping. You know, I like to have a variety for everyone so, you know, that people don't get overwhelmed, because sometimes we have people who are fairly new to the craft and we want them to feel successful. So we have a variety of cards at different levels. All right, now you guys, I feel like we need something else here. What do you guys think? Do you think we should cut some more and put some designer series paper in here? Tell me in the comments what you think. I'm looking at what paper we could use if I don't want to use the same sheet. Let's see. It's funny, I'm getting a notification to send stars to myself. Why would I do that? Why would I send stars to myself? That's kind of funny. Alrighty. Well, I don't think we want to do trees on the inside. I don't think that's going to match. I don't think I like that. We could go with the same print, but what do you think? The same print? I don't know. I don't know. If I did the same print, maybe cut a little bit of the pattern paper, not this wide, but we could do something like that and break it up. Maybe we'll do that, because the other designs don't really go with this one. All right, so what did I say this was again? This was 2.5 by 4, so let me cut another one. And then I think we'll cut some of that solid and put a strip down the middle and kind of break it up so it's not so much of this foliage, although the foliage is beautiful, isn't it? All right, then we can do, what's the back side of it? Let's see, blue. I'm going to do a strip of blue. We could do that. What's this width? That's 1. And that's too small, so let me grab another piece. All right, so I'm adding a few scraps on the inside, which you could do. I've just, when I did the card, I did it the way another demonstrator did, but as I'm looking at it, I just feel like it's a lot of blank space on the inside because we have a bigger work surface on the inside than we normally do, and I kind of feel like it needs something. So if you like what I'm doing, just cut yourself 2 more pieces of designer series paper that are the same dimensions on the outside, and then you can cut 1 inch by 4 scraps to kind of break it up. Or if you pick different designer series paper, you know, you might have one pattern here and a different pattern here. It's totally whatever works for you, right? That needs to go down a little bit and a little bit over. Okay. And I am using my Stampin' Seal Plus. I love it. It is my favorite adhesive. I use it for everything now. Not just boxes and bags. I use it on all my cards because I don't like my cards to fall apart. Okay, I like that a lot better. Yeah, I like that. All right, now I'm going to grab my, if I can find it, my Wink of Stella. We'll put a little bit of glitter in here. You could even put some embellishments, which we were going to do on the front. So we might do that as well. And we want to get our, oh, you know what? I made a boo-boo. You need to put your ribbon on, and I didn't put my ribbon on. All right, so we'll have to do it differently, I think. See how I wrapped it around this one? And now I can't do it because I was just talking. So I might be able to go from the top. So let's see if we can do it this way. I don't want to rip my paper. Let me use my spatula. Have you guys used the spatula? And it is awesome for doing exactly what I'm doing right now without ripping your paper. So I'm just gonna, there we go. Pull it out a little bit. I think we want to pull it a little bit more. I'll tell you, that adhesive is super strong. Super duper strong. That'll work. But I don't need so much on this end. So we're just going to do our bow a little different than the first one I did. Sorry, I didn't mean to whack the stand there, guys. All right, and that kind of really highlights the ribbon. So I'm just going to make my little bunny ears, and hopefully I can keep this tight. I don't usually cut my ribbon until I'm finished with my bow because I don't like to waste, and I like to be able to fuss with it a bit so I can get the loops just right. And then use your fabric snips. Okay, there, that works, huh? Then if you need to, actually it went ahead and glued itself back, so I don't actually need to add any more adhesive there. Because like I said, this is super strong adhesive. And I'm going to pop that up with some dimensions, some Stampin' Dimensionals, if we can find them. Where did they go? My table is quite interesting because, like I said, I am prepping for my November 18th class. I was prepping for tomorrow with my team. So it is pretty messy. All right. And we're going to use our embellishments. And add that to it. All right. I like it. And we're able to save the day. All right. We're going to use these blue ones. And they are iridescent, so they really shine nicely. I like to do 3s. Okay, so that's pretty. And then you could put some on the inside if you wanted to, because they're flat. They're not like a rhinestone. Although, you know what? Let's do maybe some of the white ones. Let's see what the white, if the white looks good on there. We could put them on here, on our panels. Maybe I'll put a couple. I don't want to go crazy, but one, two, three, 4, 5. That gives it some interest. Okay, they'll be like, whoa, look at all of this. So I think that's a really fun card, right? And I like the DSP on the inside for sure. I really do. All right, so that is the card. This was my first one. So I just did the ribbon a different way. I used different designer series paper. This is a card that you can do this with any designer series paper, and it could be a birthday card, it can be a Christmas card, it can be a get well card, a thinking of you card. It's, you know, fun folds can be for anything. So I did not do the DSP on the inside of this one, and I really prefer it done. I feel like it just looks more finished. Look at the difference, right? It just really does look more finished. All right, so thanks for joining me. And then this was one more card that I did with that same pack of paper. Super easy. I haven't even done my inside yet, and it opens this way. But that's that paper that just looks like a watercolor. And it makes super easy cards. And it looks like you stamped it or painted it. I think this is gorgeous paper. You are going to want to stock up before you can't get it anymore. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate it. Now, I want to give you a heads up. There was an announcement today that there's going to be a sale November 14th through the 16th. Okay? Now, it is not anything from the holiday catalog. It's going to be from the annual catalog. And if I'm remembering correctly, ribbons and trims will be 10% off. Inks are going to be 15% off, and that will include ink pads and ink refills, markers and blends, but it does not include ink pad bundles, okay? And then paper is going to be 20% off, and that will include designer series paper, cardstock, and specialty papers from the annual catalog, okay? And that's going to be November 14th through the 16th. I would order on the 14th because I think that things will start to become unorderable. Okay, so I would not delay. If you're going to place an order, I would ask that you use my November host code if your order is under $150, and that way I can claim the host rewards, and I use those for consumable items for classes and prizes, for giveaways that I do at special events. If your order is $150 or more, then I'm going to ask that you don't use the host code because I want you to get the free host rewards, all right? And as always, as I've said before, the starter kit is the best deal in the catalog. So you spend $99 and you get $125 worth of product, and you get free shipping on that, which is about a $40 savings. You get a free paper pumpkin kit, and you get free catalogs. So the starter kit is really the best deal in the catalog. And that will include anything that's on sale. So you can put sale items in your starter kit and stretch your money even more. You can use clearance rack items. You can use the sale items in your starter kit, okay? It can be items in online exclusives, the annual catalog, or the mini catalog in your starter kit as well. It's just the sale items are only going to be from the annual catalog, okay? I would love to add you to my team. We have a fabulous group of ladies, and like I said, we meet monthly and we do team gatherings, and we have prizes and we recognize people's achievements. You don't have to be business minded. You can just be a hobby demonstrator, or what I call a happy discount shopper. We're just a bunch of ladies that love to stamp, and we get together and celebrate stamping. All right, so if you are considering signing up, you can always sign up any time of the year. There will probably be an even better deal during Celebration, which is going to be in January. All right. Okay, everyone, I am going to let you go. I've got to design one more card for tomorrow. I will take lots of pictures of our gathering and I will post those for you guys to see. I'm going to show you the cards that we're going to make. I won't be able to show you anything from the new catalog as of, well, let me take that back. I can show you one bundle because I've already purchased it. And it's something that I absolutely love. It's bumblebees. So this is coming in the new mini catalog for spring. It has a punch, so they're bees, and those are the embellishments that go with it. There's a suite, and then there's ribbon, which I could not find my spool of ribbon, and there is paper. Let me see if I can find the paper because I'm using it. So it has a Valentine theme to it with the bees. And I was only able to get one pack of paper, so I'm trying to make this pack stretch until I can order more. Let me move this out of the way. So this is coming in the mini catalog, and if you sign up as a demonstrator, you can get, you can pre-order stuff like I did before anybody else does, before the customers do. So as you can see, I was cutting out the bees for a card. Isn't that adorable? And then there's this one. It has flowers, and it has red and white on the back. Okay, so that's the one that I was cutting into. And so there's this, petal pink, honeycomb, and then there's that. And then we've got stripes. And we've got flowers. And we've got little baby hearts and little baby bees. And then one of my favorite pieces is this one with the honey jars. What's on the back? The back is like bee, I don't know what you would call that. So that's the paper, and we're gonna make cards with this tomorrow. So my team, I'm designing 3 cards, and then one of my team members is prepping the cards that Stampin' Up gave us dimensions for. So they're going to make 5 projects total tomorrow using brand new product that hasn't been released yet. So that's one of the perks of being a demonstrator, is you get to play with new products before anybody else does. All right, guys, thanks for joining me tonight. I hope you have a fabulous weekend. Enjoy your Saturday and your Sunday. And I will see you, Lord willing, next week. Okay, everyone? Take care, everybody. Stay safe. Stay healthy. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.